Alright, so I'm setting 3 positions right there on the NASDAQ with my stops at those highs, and then my final take profit is targeting midnight open. So I ended up taking up this trade right here because if you notice, you can see that huge push to the upside when the market opened. So as you can see there, we ended up taking out those short-term highs. But on the S&P 500, we didn't. And also, if we go to the 15-minute time frame, you're going to see that the fair value gap there, or the box that I drew out there on the S&P 500 was actually a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So the S&P 500 has already tapped into that fair value gap and already showing some reactions to the downside. And on the Nasdaq, we've taken our previous day highs, but we haven't done that on the S&P 500. And during open, you can see that huge push to the upside, while the S&P doesn't do that. So we basically have two bearish SMTs basically. And yeah, so as you can see here, the price is retracing back into my entry level, but I am not really worried at this because we have a bearish order block right there. So even though price keeps on pushing to the upside, I really don't mind because there was a bearish order block right there, which I'm gonna mark out soon. So yeah, I ended up drawing out this horizontal line there, and that is my first take profit one that I was targeting. So yeah, that is a bearish order block that I marked out right there, expecting price not to close above the consequent encroachment of that order block right there. And I ended up taking up this trade also because if we go to the 15 minutes, we're going to see that the blue box I drew out there was actually a fair value gap that I wanted to see get inversed, and we have already done that. So that line I just drew there is my second take profit, and then I'm targeting midnight open to be my final and third take profit. Yeah, I know I ended up taking 3 positions today. That was because the risk wasn't as much as it was today. If you notice, the today's trade was actually a 13-point stop loss though, so I was still okay risking about 50 points today, and that's why I actually entered 3 positions instead of the 2 I normally enter. Yeah, so as you can see, price again, we are failing to go above the consequent encroachment and closing as a body right there. We also see that same order block on the S&P 500. So I'm expecting to see price, or expecting to see this order block take price lower. Yeah, so if you notice here, the S&P 500 isn't moving downwards as fast as the NASDAQ is doing. So I ended up taking out one partial right there. And my level for take profit one got hit. So my level for take profit one was kind of my take profit two because I ended up taking out partials when price took out that short-term low. Because if you notice on the S&P 500, we didn't take out those short-term lows like the NASDAQ did. So this created a bullish SMT. So I just decided to take out partials there, and my take profit one got hit, which I looked at it now as a take profit two since my TP1 position has already been closed. So I just have one more position left, and I just put my stops to break even right there at that candle's high because of the SMT. Yeah, so today, not gonna lie, market have been moving really bullish today. So the reason why I was also targeting market open because we have, if we look to the left, we have those equal lows resting a little bit above market open. So I wanted to see those sell side liquidity get taken before we end up pushing higher because we're actually in a bullish trend, as you can see here. Price has been really bullish throughout this week. So yeah. So my stops is at break even just at those highs. I'm still waiting for midnight open to be hit. Yeah, as you can see those equal lows resting just above the midnight open. And that is final take profit hit. So yeah, that is just the walkthrough for today's trade. And I'm going to show you guys the trade and execution on the broker. So as you can see there, those are the indications that I took. 3, I don't know why it shows 2, but it was actually 3. On the trade history, you can see there we took 3 sell trades, and then the buy basically is me closing out on 3 positions. So that's basically it for today's trade, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.